Very exciting. This morning, Missy is working out of the storytelling manual, project number 3, which is the moral of the story. The title of her speech is How the Hare Became the Tortoise. Please help me welcome Missy Carlson.
So you all know the story about the tortoise and the hare, right? They have this race. The hare starts off lickety-split, burns himself out, and takes a snooze under a tree. Whereas the tortoise, he's starting the race, and he's thinking this is a marathon. And he's going like this, and like this. Now what happens? Who wins? Anybody?
The hare.
Right. So what's the moral of that story? Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right.
We all know that story very well.
Not
But
me.
do you know the story of the hare that became the tortoise and how she got that way? I'm the hare. I have always been the hare. I always thought, quick out of the gate, work really hard, and you'll get whatever it is that you want. And it worked wonderfully for me for most of my life. In high school, I was the first chair alto saxophone player in the band. I played the #1 double spot on my high school tennis team. I carried a 4.0 all the way through college. Well, except for that one French class that was on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. my freshman year. I mean, who does that? That's just really cool, I think. I got a master's degree in physical therapy. And in my first job, within the first year, I was running the entire physical therapy department at the hospital. Just 2 years later, I was running the entire rehabilitation department. At the age of 28, I was running the department for physical, occupational, and speech therapy. So what made this hare become a tortoise? From the ages of 28 to 33, my career was just going like this. I was on that upward trajectory. And at 33, I was actually now managing 32 nursing home contracts for rehab services across the state of North Carolina. But I started having this little naggy back pain. It was right on the left side. And I thought, I'm a physical therapist. I know how to do this. I've treated many people successfully for back pain. So I thought, I think it's just my driving. I'll take ibuprofen and I'll do exercises, and that will just fix me right up. I did that. I didn't have time to go to the doctor to really check it out. But that pain began to grow and become more and more intense. But since I was the hare, who's got time to stop? I just took more ibuprofen and did more exercise. Ibuprofen became my best friend. I found out what that pain was when I went for my annual physical. And the doctor's poking and prodding, and she pushes right here. And the pain was so intense that I almost catapulted off the table. Tests were run. And on a Friday afternoon, right before that very, very long Memorial Day weekend, I found out what that pain was. The doctor called me into the office, never a good thing. I sat down and she came in and said, you have a 9 centimeter
Wow.
tumor on your left ovary. And it may be cancer. It may be endometriosis. And it may be this other thing that I can't tell you what that was today because I really stopped listening when I heard cancer.
Right.
And because it was the very, very long Memorial Day weekend, she wanted surgery as soon as possible, but that had to wait until Tuesday. I made my way over to the scheduling desk. I was scared. I was frightened. And it was all I could do to just hold myself together. Because I was the hare. And the hare never, ever wants anybody to see her cry. I got my surgery scheduled, and in this daze, I made it to my car. I got in my car, And I completely and totally fell apart. That Tuesday morning, my 45-minute surgery lasted 3 hours. My family was frantic by the time the doctor came out to deliver the news about what was really going on with me. She came out and she said, well, thankfully, it is not cancer. We're very grateful for that. But I do have endometriosis. Not only do I have endometriosis, which is a chronic illness, I have a very, very impressive case of endometriosis. I gotta tell you, I like to be impressive. I want to be impressive. And very impressive is great. Just not with endometriosis. I want to be impressive with that. At that point, my hair ways started to reform. And I started to work my way to becoming a tortoise. But it took 4 more surgeries over the next 3 years, 2 of which were emergency. That helped me more and more become this tortoise. I had 3 6-week medical leaves. And at that point, it gave me the opportunity to take a look at my life and what was really going on. And I really didn't have much choice to do that because for some reason, the doctors are very particular. They really don't like you driving very much when you're taking Vicodin and Demerol. I don't know what's up with that, but I need to be at home. I looked at my life and I realized that my hair ways had contributed to my illness because I didn't want to slow down and stop and go to the doctor. Because if I had slowed down a little bit, I wouldn't have had to have all of those surgeries, but my endometriosis had gotten so advanced that I needed to have those surgeries. I am now happy to tell you that my endometriosis has been in remission for the last 10 years, and that I now believe that life is a marathon and not a sprint. So this hair has fully become the tortoise, because slow and steady does really win the race.
Beautiful.